Hello, my name's Ladle, but you probably already know that. And today I thought I'd make a video on one of two things. Either I was going to make a video on all of the things that I was upset about and all the things that I feel like people have misled to believe about me, or I make a video about all the things that I'm proud of. And the things that I maybe should have done better. And could have done better. But I'm still happy about ultimately. For what they were. And that sounded like a better thing to do. So that's what I'm gonna do. So for all of you that don't really know how I ended up where I am right now, which is a long story, I'm gonna try and confine it down. And we'll start with me, I guess. So I'm Ladle, and Ladle hasn't always been the name that I've gone by, but it's the one that I go by nowadays, and it's the one that I really ever made big with. A long time ago when I started on Twitch, I was called Wolf Girl, which is cringe as fuck, I know, but it was like almost 9 years ago at this point, so you know, yeah. I did mostly MMO stuff, and I had my ups and my downs, but while I had a reputation, the first time I really took off was with Vrchat, I guess. Where then that was when I named myself Ladle. Ladle was a name that was given to me by an ex. My friend Cal, who we dated for a while, and it was his nickname for me. And I thought it was cute. I liked it. And I called myself Ladle. And I kind of caught on. And I like the name Ladle, and I'm happy with it. I'm glad I still have it. I'm glad it's the name that I made something of. Anyway. Ladle. Me. Did a lot of Vrchat streams. Made a lot of friends. And we're gonna kind of go down that. Next up, we have Cece. Cece was my first friends in Vrchat, one of the first other streamers who I became friends with. We definitely had a fair few arguments. And I definitely caused drama for them that they didn't deserve. Just because... well, because that's what streaming is. And that sounds like a cop-out answer, but it's the truth. Streaming is always social politics. Playing the game of who's the bad guy, who's the good guy. It was really easy to call CZ the bad guy. Realistically, I made probably more mistakes than they ever did, but the fact that they were a popular target at the time, I went along with it. That's definitely something that I'm not the only person guilty of, but I am guilty of it. So. But Cece was a good friend to me. Well, I don't think I would have really necessarily got into Neko Nights if not for Cece. And Neko Nights was what started me drinking, so, fuck you, Cece, you're the reason I'm an alcoholic. I'm joking, obviously. No. I like Cece. They still stream. At least from the last time I know. But they're more the VTuber thing now. Moved away from Vrchat. Which is a good thing. Probably. Anyway. Fizzy. Vrchat. Some people know them as. I met Fizzy when they really didn't have an audience at all, to be honest. They were, I had this whole idea that because I was popular on Vrchat that I could go around and just befriend slightly less known Vrchat creators, and I don't know what I was thinking, but I saw potential in Fizzy. And because I saw potential in Fizzy, I became friends with them. I thought they were talented. I thought they had something going for them. And your girl Ladle, you know what she has? She has that big brain level of foresight, because I was right! Shit, I was right! I thought Fizzy had potential and they went on to outgrow me. Like a lot of the people I'm going to talk about. I feel like I'm a good judge of character in that regard. I know when people have potential. I feel like I've always known that. Even, not just my friends, but people that I've known that I've been following for a long time. I feel like sometimes I'm able to look at someone and say, that person's going to make it. And they do. That's the case with Fizzy. I looked at them, I was like, that person is going to make something of themselves. And they did. I'm glad they did. Fizzy's always tried to be a good friend to me. I'm grateful for that. Unfortunately, I'm not the easiest person to be friends with. Far from it, I'm a pretty hard person to be friends with.
That's alright, you're streaming.
Well, I'm not streaming, I'm making a video, but that was my dad. I'm not gonna end the video just because my dad walked in. Fuck that shit. Next we got Drumsy. Drumsy was the first, like, big Vrchat creator to give me a chance. To kind of think that, I was worth listening to and worth getting involved with. Unfortunately, and this is going to become a common reoccurrence in me talking about me and my experiences through the friends and the connections I've made. I abused that. I got in over my head. Like I quite often do. Like to think I don't anymore, but maybe the reason I don't anymore is just because I'm pretty irrelevant now, so there's no reason to get in over my head. But certainly when I was constantly making new connections and I was a known individual, I think my ego got the better of me. He gave me a chance to be a part of his community, to be a member of his crew. And I was too egotistical, too self-righteous. I turned them all away because of my self-righteous, selfish nature. Drumsy's a really, really great YouTuber. Really great creator. You should go check him out. And then next up we have Moxie, who, I mean, this could literally be a replication of the last statement I made. Same shit. I met Moxie because of Drumsy. Moxie was a really, really good friend to me. Peach too. Moxie and Peach were really nice to me. They made me feel really welcome, and they cared a whole lot about me and made me feel a part of their friend group. And in return, I was a selfish piece of shit that did everything I could to try and become more popular and drove them away. Story of my life. And it's my fault. As I said, same thing. Moxie's cool. So is Peach. Sean. Sean's probably the person that I'm most... I don't know if proud is the word. I think I'm proud. Remember when I met Sean? Sean was this like 3-viewer streamer that was doing some shitty Sean Connery impression. Well, shitty, no. Good Sean Connery impression. R.I.P. by the way. It's like this guy. This guy's funny. And I wanted him to be part of my crew. And he was. And he went on to do so much better than almost anyone else I met. He's very talented and he's very smart and he knows what he's doing. And he has a good future ahead of him. I'm glad it's working out for him. And anyone who's in the know knows that me and Sean have had our fair share of disagreements. I'll admit, some of that's jealousy. It is. Some of that is jealousy. Jealousy that I'm just not able to do what he does or what some other people do. Don't have the enthusiasm or the drive anymore. So I sit there and I wallow in my own self-pity and I tell myself that it's everyone else's fault. It's not. It's mine. But I won't improve it and I won't help it because, as I said, I just sit here and wallow in my own self-pity. I'm gonna do these ones before I go up. This is a quick one. Spazzy. Spazzy's a fucking cutie. I really don't have too much to say about Spazzy. Not because I don't care about them, I do. Well, because there's not really too much to say about Spazzy. Spazzy's a cute mute. A cute mute. That was one of the first cute mutes I met in Vrchat. They're my friend. I like them. I think they're a cool person. Yeah, I really don't have too much to say. It's not because they're not important. They are. That's pretty much what there is to it. Spazzy's just a very cute mute that I met when I started in Vrchat, and they've always been a good friend. Not everything has to be long. That's North. North doesn't play Vrchat anymore. But I got North into Vrchat. That's on me. I got North to buy a headset. He's a long-time friend of mine. He's funny. He could have probably made something for himself in the Vrchat scene, but at the same time, I think he was moving away from streaming and moving on with his real life and stuff. And being a Vrchat streamer isn't exactly the best career choice, so maybe he made the right move. But he's a funny guy. I don't like him a lot. Radiant. What do you even start with, Radiant? Jesus Christ. Ugh. One of my closest streamer friends throughout my entire time in Vrchat. Radiant is, Radiant's one of my best friends. I don't talk to him that much, but he's always been very real and very true with me throughout everything. It's hard to put into words. I trust him. I trust him and I care about him, and that's definitely not something that I do often. I'd love to go into more detail as to why, but I can't really explain why. It's just, I do. He's been a good friend because of reasons that I don't even exactly want to talk about. And I just care about him. So. And he knows. This is taking longer than I expected. It's crazy. There's a lot of people in here. That's Alan. Alan Lazy. He's from Taiwan. He's one of my first friends in my original VR chat crew. He's a nice guy. And he's funny. Never had a problem with him. Still see him around sometimes. Kind of miss the old days when I saw him more often, but it's nice to see him. Love you, Alan. That's John. John's also from Taiwan. John's an artist. John did a lot of fan art for me back in the day. Fan art that I probably didn't appreciate as much as I should have. Because I was so egotistical that I just expected fan art. I didn't really appreciate the time and effort people put into it. But John did a lot of it. John's very talented. He doesn't understand English very well, but I appreciate everything he did. Good job, John. And, both John and Alan, due to the fact that I didn't speak very good English, I felt like, maybe maybe I didn't, communicate everything with them as well as I did with everyone else, and I feel a bit shitty about that. I still do. But sorry to both of them. They were definitely just as good friends as anyone else. Anku. Anku made some really cool remixes of me and my friends back in the day on Spotify. And I have not spoken to Anku in a very long time. But he was definitely a valuable part of the crew. I hope he's doing well. I really do. It's Pad. Pad's a furry. Again, I haven't really spoken to Pad too much since everything deformed, but I wish the best for Pad too. It's Lumix. Lumix sounded like a chipmunk. 3 in a row. I don't really talk to Lumix anymore. I don't know how things have been going with them. But they were always nice when I knew them. And I hope they're doing well too. Sorry, these are so boring and not too much to say. I just haven't really spoken to them all in a long time, so it's kind of hard to say anything more. This Hug Rabbit. I still see Hug Rabbit sometimes. And they seem to be doing well. They're still a mute, but now they use text-to-speech sometimes, and they hang out with Sean's crew a lot, and they seem like they're doing well. When I see them, I always say hello. Still care about you, Hug. Remember the old times. That's Tyler. Tyler was a funny motherfucker. Haven't seen Tyler in a long time either. But, I'd like to reconnect with him someday. If it's ever possible. We'll see. Patty! I love Patty. I still talk to Patty regularly. Always talk to Patty when I get the chance. Patty's probably one of my favorite mutes, if not my favorite mute. Patty gang, Patty gang, Patty gang, Patty gang, Patty gang, Patty gang, Patty gang. Goro, 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 goro. I love Patty. Next one's just me again. Not much to say about me. Cunt. Good answer. Chromia! I don't really talk to Chromia that much anymore. But I do have something to say about Chromia. While I don't really talk about Chromia that much anymore, I don't really talk to Chromia that much anymore. 2019, which was the last good year that I can really remember. Because 2020 was shit, and 2021's been pretty fucking shit. 2019, I had a bunch of people come together and make a video for my birthday. It may have just been a throwaway thing for some of them, but the things that people said in that still resonate with me. Chromia was part of that. And they said some nice things, albeit through text. I've known Chromia since the Vrchat desktop days, for me anyway. And I like Chromia. They're a nice person. And I'm glad we're friends. Nano. Nano's awesome. Nano's British, just like me. And we're both fucking cunts. And she's an alcoholic piece of shit, just like me. And I still drink with her pretty regularly. Of all these people, Nano's probably the one that I see most regularly still. I still see Nano every now and again. And whenever she sees me, she's like, Layla, are you drinking? Drink with me. Nano, you're an alcoholic. You're an alcoholic, Nano. And I love you. Dumbass. Oh, look, it's Lolathon. Wow. Wow, it's Lolathon. Lolathon is next. PogChamp Lolathon. What do I have to say about Lolathon? I have to say Lolathon is a cunt. No, I'm joking. I would probably be nothing if not for Lolathon. I don't talk to him anymore. And I don't blame him for not talking to me either. Fucking hell. Jesus. Talking to me is probably not a good idea. But, man pretty much gave me my career. Man pretty much gave me my career. By just scaring the shit out of me one day in a Mr. Blobby avatar. He's very talented, he's very driven. He knows what he's doing. And I'm sure he's going to be an icon of Vrchat for a long time to come. It's Double Cat. Double Cat's a cutie. And another mute. Double Cat also has a yellow eye, which isn't nice for me to look at. But I won't go into why. Double's nice. It's Elite. I have not seen Elite in so long, but Elite was someone that used to hang around with us back in the old days of VRChat. If you ever saw my We Made an Anime in VRChat video, Elite was a key part in that, but I really don't know what's going on with Elite. He's a cool guy, but I actually haven't heard anything about him in a long time. He used to run people through horror maps back in the day, I know that. That's what he's known for. I don't know what he does nowadays, but respect to Elite. And we end up last and most certainly not least with Mrs. And I mean it, this is it. This is the end, just by coincidence. Because as Alan, this is the last one. And it's Mrs. Anything I could say about Mrs. would be under exaggerating. Everything, I guess. Mrs. is Mrs. is the person who, through all of my life, I feel more than anyone deserves everything they've got and more. Emphasis on more. This is such a great person. And this is where my guilt for who I am and who I was and everything I did really comes through. Mrs. is a really great person, and I had Mrs. as my best friend for a very long time. He would set aside everything for me. And I abused that power. I abused that trust. And I got so comfortable with him just pushing everything aside for me that I forgot to care about him and his feelings. And yeah, that makes me sound like an arsehole. And the reason it makes me sound like an arsehole is because it is. It's an arsehole thing to do. And I did it. And Mrs. moved on. And he has a much better life without me. And I look back at the people in my life that I've lost that I feel bad about losing. And some of them I'm angry at them. Some of them I'm angry at myself. But everything... When I look back at Mrs. and I look back at our friendship and I look back at how Mrs. is now, I am very, very happy for Mrs. I'm very, very, very happy for Mrs. And if there's anyone you should support. It's him. It's still him. Even after all this time. Even though he may not be around on my streams anymore, or on my videos, I would still encourage all of you to go and follow Mrs. and go hang out with Mrs. and go see what's going on with him. Mrs. is the best person I've ever met in my whole life. I've met a lot of people, and he's just the best person I've ever met. So sorry for leaving it to last, but if you're still here, you owe me that at least. Twitch TV/Mrs. Go check him out. You won't regret it. Good night.